Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly indices forecast. So long time no here in this forecast, but I was away, so it was difficult for me to make both forecasts, and I still know that you prefer to have forex, so that's why I focus there. Anyway, indices are much different than situation which we had last year, because this year price is not so volatile. We don't have so clean trends and so clean moves like last year. Price is more in the ranges or is indecision. So that's why it's a little bit more difficult, at least from my perspective and the strategy which I use to trade indices this year. But anyway, let's see what we have currently on DAX. And as you can see, DAX reached our target. We discussed this about this level from this point, and you see that price reached this, but also see it was not momentum like here that what price was pushing, but it was situation that price pushed, then we have range, then we have some spikes, again range on the lower time frames, as you can see here. Yes, so what we have, price reached the highest point right now. Even we created new high, which is here. Okay, so this is our next at last resistance. Still, this is same zone. So what can happen here? This will be very interesting if you go to monthly chart, because on the monthly chart, it seems to make double top. Yes. So the question is, will we have enough strength to make continuation and we will create new historical higher highs, or a price will bounce and then we will get bigger retracement? And then the question is, retracement again to previous bottom or 36 in continuation, or maybe we'll of course have different trend. We will see. This will take some time, definitely. But right now what we have here, it's a small range. Price is bouncing on the 12 and is again trying to go up. So of course we expect or breakout of this level, continuation, or another retest and then bounces, retest of the previous bottom with the 36 CMA, then again continuation or breakout, and then deeper retracement. Yeah. So if you go to daily, I don't draw anything else here because it's obvious right now that we have range, so I prefer to go to lower time frames to see what we have. So as you can see here, we have currently this situation. Of course, we have trendline breakout on this on DAX. Yes, we had trendline breakout, but we still had this strong support zone. So I didn't like to be involved here in any short scenarios because it was also with the trend line. So I prefer to wait for breakout of that. But right now you see price is going up. We have also this line, but for me this line is no longer so important because we still have this support for possible, bigger trend change. But this trend line might help us later on in case if price, because this is good line, in case if price reach, for example, this, and then we'll look for short scenarios, then our trend line might be target, and then support zone. The question is what will hold here, trend line or support? Because if trend line holds, we can have of course also this, and then maybe breakout here, and then our support will be gold. So we will see. We can still leave this line. It's good line here, and now its price is pushing up. So we had momentum last Friday, so now it's quite easy decision to make, because our trend line here or this, but this is not real trend line. The real trend line was here, but it was broken anyway. So here we expect retracement, and then we look for buy scenarios, and we try to target the previous stop, which is of course our resistance. Same story on the 1 hour chart. You see we had the range and then breakout, so you wait for the retracement, and we look for buy scenarios. So DAX is quite easy right now to look for potential setups. NASDAQ also went up very strongly. I think this was the best index recently to trade. However, lower time frames was also not so volatile. No, there was, sorry. Yeah, so NASDAQ was quite good. We have this resistance right now where price is. We have another one higher, and next is of course here. Also monthly chart, if we go quickly, yes, it's also pushing up. So now we see that the last stop is here, so we still have room to go. uh, weekly time frame, right now we see the stop around the resistance. So now, or we will have finally bigger retracement, or price will still continue, and then we have another level for possible retracement. Of course, retracement first to the 12, then to the 36 EMA, because indices, when they are very volatile, as you can see, they prefer to bounce on the 12 EMA. Yes, not only not on the 36 first, but then on the 12. So if we go to lower time frames, let me only find support here on the weekly. We have support here, but it's far away anyway. So so what we have now, price bounce on the 12, and again, this is our last stop. This is our next level. If we look for trend line, this is our trend line. We also have this line. But right now it's still far away and close to the support, so we will leave this. So we see price bounce on the 12 is reaching the top. So now it will be interesting, or we have breakout and continuation to this level, or price will create double top, maybe with the false breakout, the retrace to the 36 to the trend line, and then another bounce to target to reach this, or breakout and reach this, or we'll get this deeper retracement, like I said, on the weekly chart, and price will go to this level and to do this second trend line, which I previously drew. Okay, 4-hour chart, price went up this area here. Yeah, this trend line was broken. Price is going up, so we still can wait for the retracements and look for possible buy scenarios. It's still okay. Yeah, so wait for the retracement, look for buy scenarios, target previous stop. 1-hour chart the same. You see we have this trend line here. So we wait for retracement back to 36, back to trend line. We look for buy scenario. So whenever price retrace, we want to buy and we want to target this. Then what can happen? If you extend this line and price, for example, struggle here, then you can wait for breakout of this or breakout of this trend line. And then for the day traders, if you have breakout of this, yes, of this trend line, maybe even price breaks here, yes, we don't know. So your target as a day trading scenario is here. Okay, so this is your first target as a if you scalp or do day trading, and then you have targets from the daily and 36 EMA. If we for example wait a little bit and you will trade on the 4-hour chart, yes, for example scenarios, this is area for you to manage your position, yes, to at least keep in mind to achieve some profits or break even, and then this is your target and this is your target. Okay, so we have of course always different perspective if we trade on the higher time frames and lower time frames, but this is what we have on NASDAQ. US 30 weekly chart is completely in the range right now. So comparing to last year when we have very nice momentum, very nice volatility, right now price is in the range. That, as you can see here, we have resistance up here. We can also have horizontal support here, and we also get this trend line. Monthly chart, you see, also very in the range. Yes, we can expect bounce continuation, but didn't continue like NASDAQ. It's in the range. Okay, so this is resistance. So next area of resistance is here, and next one is here. If you go to daily chart, we have this trend line. Price made this daily long 1, 2, 3. Now went up, and again we have this is the last stop. We also have false breakout. So now we will see what will happen. We have this trend line. So what we can have, or price will stop here and then retrace, maybe bounce and retest again, or break out of this. Then we have this target, yes, and then maybe bounce or breakout, and in case of the breakout, this is our target here. So you see we have a lot of things where US 30 might to go. If we go to 4-hour chart right now, of course it will be same story for all indices. We wait for basically this is the highest point, but we are already on the resistance. Yes, I just draw highest point. Anyway, we still do the same. We wait for the possible retracement to the 36, the trend line. We look for buy scenarios, target this. But if price continue to this level, then you can look for short bounce entries and then target this. Exactly the same like on the NASDAQ, yes? So you can also try to sell here and target this zone. If you go to 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame, you see that price went up, so we want to see retracement, the 36, and then we look for buy scenarios, target that, yes? So basically the same retracements to buy or wait for the resistance and look for sell. Nikkei, of course, went up. The same story like yen pairs. You see that this was a very difficult period for this index here, but now we have new historical higher highs, okay, and we have very, very strong momentum. So it's pushing up. This range was broken. We discussed about this range, about possible this target, but you see everything was broken. So now it's quite obvious what we would like to get. Retracement, of course, from long-term perspective, we wait for the retracement and we wait for buys. Daily chart, you see that it started to move. We have this trend line right now. We don't have resistance, so the resistance for us is the last stop. So now we expect, of course, retracements to this 36 or trend line continuation again. If price continue, this is the goal, and then we don't have any goals. Price can just go. Now daily chart is also pointing up. Retested almost the 36. There is also a form of the support here, as you can see with this previous bottom and previous top. Now it's pointing up, so it will be same story. The one thing is that here on the 4-hour chart, price already make for us 1, 2, 3. So if we go to 1 hour time frame, we didn't have any setups. Maybe on the lower time frames, like 15-minute. Yes, we have 15-minute long 1, 2, 3 entry here below the 36. And target was previous top, which was which and price reached this, and now we have situation that we can have both two things. Or price will not continue to this level, and then we will see like on the daily chart double, like lower high and then bigger retracement to this or to this, okay? Or price will just stop here, we'll have small retracement and still continuation to retest the resistance zone. So if we even look for a different perspective about the retracement, this also might be situation like that. Now we will see. Right now everything is pointing up, so I don't want to overanalyze this. I'm just giving you some scenarios possible for price to make. But for me, it's still okay to look for retracements and still look for buys and target this, as long as this trend line is holding. Okay, so as long as this trend line is holding, you can look for buys. But if you get buy here, I would really pay attention to this zone. If you buy here, pay attention to this. Okay, what price will create here if we get like retest, rejection, because if price breaks, then it's obvious that it can go here. But if price struggle here, there is also chance that price will break this and then make deeper retracement. Okay, and the last is Aussie index weekly chart. Nothing to do here, to be honest. You see monthly also. Yeah, monthly is crazy. Same, but we have more details on the weekly. And on the weekly right now, it's there is nothing to trade on Aussie index. Now this is our resistance. This is our resistance. Support zone is here. Another one is lower. Okay, so it's clearly that we are in the range. Of course, we can draw this trend line. But anyway, if we draw this trend line, we have support. This is our target. So this trend line is not that we need it. For me, if I have trend line with the support we don't need, but what can happen, maybe price will do this, so then we will need this. Yeah, so we can leave it and see how price behave, but to be honest, there is nothing to trade here for me. At least I don't, if I don't have clean direction, and there is no clean direction right now, I don't like to trade it. Anyway, if you are day trader and scalper, this is still pointing up. Yes, maybe it doesn't seem like this, but it's still pointing up. As you can see, we have higher lows. We don't have higher highs, but we have higher lows. EMAs were not crossed; they are still pointing up. Daily chart, create double bottom, retested support, retested trend line. We had reaction. Okay. If we go to 4-hour chart, if we see that price continue to go up and you still want to do day trading or scalping, you can wait for retracement and simply buy and target this. Okay, but this will be aggressive approach simply because we don't have direction. But if you see that it's clean direction, if you see it's going up, then it's okay still to buy this. Okay, so guys, that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed this forecast. Enjoy your Sunday, and we hear soon. Bye.